1000 Friends of Florida has filed a lawsuit because we believe that local governments should be able to control the decisions for planning in their own communities.
Policy Director for 1000 Friends of Florida, Kim Denkins, tells Liz Ryan why the organization is taking the state to court.
1000 Friends of Florida is a nonprofit that has long fought for tighter land development regulations. And now, a controversial new law, Senate Bill 180, is in their crosshairs. Critics of the bill, like Denkins, feel the law takes too much control out of the hands of local governments.
The intended purpose of Senate Bill 180 was to help Floridians rebuild after a storm, but it goes too far. It prevents local governments from being able to make decisions about where and when development occurs in their community in the future.
Over 10 local governments have either joined or plan to join a lawsuit challenging Florida's SB 180. 1000 Friends of Florida is filing a separate lawsuit.
The goal of the lawsuit is to stop the state from telling local governments that they can't adopt new policies.
The state has not responded to the lawsuit as of yet.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, conveniently located off I-95 at exit 311.
In other news, as reported here this week on St. Augustine's local morning news, a St. Johns County school bus driver was arrested on 2 felony charges. Internet Crimes Against Children's detectives have arrested Edward Betancourt Zabala in violation of a Florida statute which prohibits school district employees from soliciting romantic relationships with students. The defendant asked the would-be victim to fill out a form that asked for her phone number and other information. A few days later, she started getting weird text messages from an unknown number saying they were her admirer and telling her she was beautiful. Well, she did the right thing. She went straight to a school resource deputy. That's when the detectives got involved. They pretended to be the student, and when he attempted to meet with his intended victim, they nabbed him. We've learned the St. Johns County School District took swift and decisive action. They immediately put him on administrative leave, ordered him not to enter school property, and not to discuss this matter with coworkers, parents, or students, and they opened an investigation. Next, the suspect had a visitor to his jail cell. It was School Superintendent Dr. Brennan Asplin there to hand-deliver a letter, which was provided to us by the school district. It reads in part, "I intend to recommend to the St. Johns County School Board at its next meeting that your employment be terminated. The proposed termination is based on my determination that you have engaged in conduct endangering the health, safety, or welfare of any student or employee of the district. Should you wish to contest the charges against you, you have 15 working days in which to file a grievance. We'll bring you coverage of the next school board meeting, which is October 14th. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
St. Johns County is under a coastal flood warning through Sunday morning as a nor'easter brings high winds, heavy rain, and a dangerous surf to northeast Florida. Kelly Wilson is the Deputy Director of St. Johns County Emergency Management.
The rain and winds will be picking up. Be careful out there when you're driving around St. Johns County. St. Johns County will be going under a coastal flood warning this morning. What that means is we will see some water in areas that are usually dry.
Wilson reminds drivers not to risk flooded roads.
When you see a flooded roadway, I want folks to keep in mind that is probably salt water flooding that roadway. We always want you to turn around, don't drown, don't drive through flooded roadways.
The National Weather Service reports large waves of 7 to 10 feet, dangerous rip currents, and possible road closures along coastal and low-lying areas. Officials urge residents to monitor local forecasts and avoid beach areas through the weekend. The weekend is here. Time to get out there and have some fun. Stacy is with Fun for Augie Kids.
The 66th annual Cracker Day celebrates Florida's cowboy heritage with horse races, food, and family fun. Enjoy pony rides, crafts, and activities for all ages. Get in the Halloween spirit with the Art House's Kids Clay Ghost Luminaries Workshop. In this hands-on class, kids create 3 glowing ghost figures using fun clay techniques. Happy Haunts presents Movie Night Under the Stars. Guests can enjoy food, desserts, a photo booth, and a cozy night of Halloween magic. The Florida Pops Orchestra debuts with Oktoberfest meets Halloween, blending classical, Broadway, and spooky rock. Expect costumes, a beer hall toast, and family-friendly musical thrills. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.